Superhero movies are very hard to do because not only do they have to tackle $200 million budgets, but they also have to service millions of fans out there. As the Joker said himself, you change one little detail and everyone loses their minds. I can't really talk because I already made a video about me losing my mind over Jesse Eisenberg playing Lex Luthor Jr., but I digress. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, if you want to call it that, but I will just say Batman v Superman now. It's basically Man of Steel 2, a rebooted Batman, plus a setup for all the DC Extended Universe films that are going to carry through until 2020, plus a setup for the Justice League, plus a setup for the Wonder Woman movie. Yeah, it's pretty big. And with all those stories all happening all at the same time, Batman v Superman really does feel like another beast of a movie. But unlike Marvel, where their beasts of movies are really solid and simple and they're polished and they're clean and cut and they're just direct and easy, Batman v Superman is more like Frankenstein's monster. It's all these pieces all scattershot, all here, there, and everywhere, and then loosely stitched together to make something that stumbles apart and eventually destroys itself with fire. It's a pretty good analogy, actually. Batman v Superman tries to tell all these stories at exactly the same time with very little cohesion and massive confusion. I'll get to that later. There's a lot of things to unpack. The positives. I loved Ben Affleck as Batman. And going into this movie, I had a few expectations of what I wanted. I wanted to see the brutality. I wanted to see the darkness. The things that Ben Affleck teased to us. He said that this is a different Batman than we've ever seen before, and I was excited to see that. I got the most brutal, the most intense, the most convincing, and the bloodiest of all Batmans. It's not better than Christian Bale, but that's the thing. You shouldn't compare the two because they're so different from one another. Ben Affleck's Batman has the strongest conviction for what he does. You may not entirely agree with it. You may not entirely think, yeah, Superman should be taken down. You're kind of like, really? Is that the best course of action? But you still go along with it, and what you get out of it is some of the most amazing fight choreography I've seen in a very long time from Ben Affleck, from Batman. The best sequence in the movie is his nightmare sequence that we get kind of glimpses of in some of the trailers, so it's not really spoilers, but holy crap, this sequence is incredible, and Ben Affleck pulls every scene off with absolute precision and brilliance that you can see, who really can feel all the time and effort and energy that he poured into this role, and that's such a rewarding experience. However, the other positives, such as Henry Cavill as Superman fitting into the role a lot cleaner than he did in Man of Steel, he is playing second fiddle to Batman. Batman steals the scene, so when Superman's in there at the same time, your eye's more directed towards Batman. You care more about Batman. You want to see more of Batman. What you get from Superman is pretty good, but you still want more. You still want more Batman. So that's it sucks, but what I got from Henry Cavill as Superman was enough for me to go, you know what, I'm okay with him now. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman is amazing as Wonder Woman. Her role is very small and is a little unnecessary in terms of the wider plot, but she still has the attitude and the intensity and the excitement that we really need from this character. The characters of Batman and Superman are so interesting, their plots are so cool. The real problem this movie gets revealed. Those two plots of Batman and Superman doing their things have no connection whatsoever. Kind of cram it all together like trying to overpack a suitcase. And it just does not end up working. It feels tired, it feels lazy, and the only thing that connects them is the big fight at the end, which would be the big moment of the movie. And it feels like that. It looks amazing. It's everything that a comic book fan has ever dreamed of if they've ever read The Dark Knight Returns. But unfortunately, the one thing that the fight is missing, which happens before it, and kind of makes you feel less excited about it, is that the fight has no real purpose. Superman is being influenced by Lex Luthor to try and kill Batman. So you really don't feel like there's any stakes. It just feels like two guys being manipulated by some geeky, eccentric weirdo. And the fight just becomes a distraction for Lex Luthor to bring in the big bad guy of the entire thing, which ends up in a climax so overdone with CGI and big, loud, dumb action that it makes Man of Steel's fight look like The Dark Knight. It just feels tacked on, some kind of lazy setup for what the Justice League could really do, and you just don't buy it. That's the problem with Batman v Superman. You don't buy half of it. It falls apart multiple times. Jesse Eisenberg really fails as Lex Luthor. He had all these stupid little mannerisms which made him look like an annoying little kid rather than the imposing and convincing and intelligent and dominating character that is Lex Luthor. I knew that Jesse Eisenberg was playing Lex Luthor Jr., and when the movie was finished, I sat there thinking, will the real Lex Luthor please stand up? Batman v Superman is quintessentially style over substance. Zack Snyder didn't learn from any of his mistakes with Man of Steel. It does have a great Batman and Ben Affleck. Superman is interesting. There's a few plot twists in here which are executed really well. The titular fight does look amazing. It is immersive. It did get me really pumped. There's a lot of positives, there's a lot of negatives, but Batman v Superman is just a plainly average movie when it should have been an amazing one, and you're probably better off streaming it instead. So Batman v Superman, if you've seen it, tell me what you think about it. I really want to know who actually loved this movie, because I'll be really interested in what you have to say. So comment below. Remember, push that little red button. Thanks for watching.